Today, for the very first time in history, a major US bank has launched its own spot Bitcoin ETF. Morgan Stanley's MSBT just went live on the New York Stock Exchange, and 16,000 financial advisors now have access to sell Bitcoin to clients who hold 6.2 trillion in wealth. This is a genuinely historic day for crypto. Let's break it all down. Bitcoin first, as always. Currently, Bitcoin is sitting at $72,604, an impressive 4.1% in the last 24 hours. We are firmly back above the 70,000 and holding, and that's a big psychological shift from where we were just a week ago, grinding at 66,000. The total crypto market cap has jumped to 2.52 trillion, an increase of 4.3% in one day. That's roughly 130 billion added to the market in 24 hours. When you see the whole market move like that, it tells you this isn't just one random coin pumping, it's really broad-based confidence coming back. The key level now is 70,500. Analysts say a clean break and hold above that level opens the path to 72,000 and 73,000. We're above it right now. The question is, can we close above it tonight and tomorrow? That's what turns a bounce into a trend. Mood check on coin market cap. The fear and greed index is now at 17. Still technically in extreme fear territory, but it's been climbing every single day this week. A week ago it was at 8, now it's at 17. That's more than doubling in a week. Still cautious out there, but the direction is unmistakably improving. Here's the simple truth. 17 means most people are scared. That's actually fine. Markets often do their best work when the majority is still nervous. The big moves tend to come when confidence slowly creeps back in from fear. We're watching this number tick up in real time. Over to crypto bubbles, top 100 last 24 hours, and it's a beautifully green day today. Ethereum is up to 8.2% for the day, outperforming Bitcoin, which is a great sign. When Ethereum starts leading, it usually means confidence is spreading beyond just Bitcoin into the wider market. Bitcoin's dominance sits at 56.8%, still high, but Ethereum's gaining ground, and that's a very healthy sign. Looking at the bubbles, most of the top 100 is green. Volume is at $123 billion. This is what a proper green day looks like after weeks of pain. So the big news today, Morgan Stanley has officially launched its Bitcoin ETF. The fund, called the Morgan Stanley Bitcoin Trust, ticker MSBT, began trading today on the New York Stock Exchange, becoming the first spot Bitcoin ETF launched by a major US bank. So why is this a big deal? Because Morgan Stanley has around 16,000 financial advisors managing over $6.2 trillion in client assets. And now those advisors can recommend Bitcoin directly to their clients through the same platform they use for stocks, bonds and retirement portfolios. Think about it like this. Your parents' financial advisor, your company pensions manager, traditional wealth managers, they can now easily say, let's allocate 2% of your portfolio to Bitcoin. That may sound small, but if just 2% of Morgan Stanley's clients moved into Bitcoin, that could mean roughly $160 billion in potential Bitcoin demand. And there's more. Morgan Stanley is charging just 0.14% in annual fees for this ETF. That makes it the cheapest spot Bitcoin ETF in the US. That makes it the cheapest spot Bitcoin ETF in the US. For comparison, BlackRock's IBIT charges 0.25%. So this move doesn't just increase Bitcoin adoption, it could trigger a full-blown fee war between Bitcoin ETF providers. Bottom line, Bitcoin just became even more accessible to traditional investors, and Wall Street is now competing aggressively to get exposure to it. Massive news. And that is your BlockBeat Buzz for Wednesday, April 8th, the day Morgan Stanley joined the Bitcoin party. History was made on Wall Street today. If you got fired up by this, smash that like button. Every single one helps the channel. Subscribe so you can catch this every morning. Drop a comment. What price do you think Bitcoin hits by the end of April? And share this with someone who thinks Bitcoin is still just for tech nerds. Not anymore. Stay sharp. This is BlockBeat Buzz. Peace.